Hey, what's up everyone? Tuesday, October 9th. What am I doing today? Today, since Gigi will be working or sleeping all day because she worked all night, I am heading out and I'm going to do a little hiking with a heavy pack. Doing some of that Summit on the Air that I do with the radio stuff. It's a place called Sugarloaf Mountain. If you recall the video on hurricane hiatus when Richard and I went out for the 13-mile hike, and you look across the valley of where George Washington came through as a young officer for the British. That hill up there is Sugarloaf. So I'm going to go up there and spend some time out there hanging out. I need to stretch. It's funny, doing absolutely nothing hurts more. My legs are hurting more than when I was hiking every day. And a report on the knee. It feels great. There's not a twinge, there's not a tweak, there's nothing. It feels perfectly fine. If I had the financial means to hang out somewhere and let it relax, I would be back out on the trail. But it is what it is. I'm a section hiker, which it's playing greatly into what we're gonna do. Gigi's happy about that. We're really starting to line up how her schedule is going to work out. Even through the winter months, we're going to try to get out there a minimum of 2 weeks at a time. Maybe we'll only get 22 miles in, but she has almost 400 to make up. So we're figuring like, well, Shenandoah National Park. Most of those peaks that I climbed over, we've done in the past because of the radio. She wants to start this through hike out as if she's never done it. So, you know, I could drop her off at 522. She could start walking into the park. Comes into the park at Compton Peak, or Compton parking area. Once you get to Compton Peak, I'd be sitting up there with the radio, activating that summit. So we're already figuring out how we can do her making up the miles in Shenandoah, along with me starting to work my way back up in the Pennsylvania standings. At one time I used to be number 2 in Pennsylvania, and I think I'm number 5 now. That's not going to cut it, man. I went back to number 2. So yeah, that's what we're working on, and that's what I'll be working on today. I know this isn't a hiking video, but instead of driving up, because this is what's considered a drive up, it's a very easily accessed area. If you have an off-road vehicle, drive up, walk 100, 200 yards and you're there. I'm actually going to walk the 2.5 miles up, then 2.5 miles back. Why not? I was doing 18. This is not going to hurt me. The pack's a little heavier because of the radio equipment, but I'm wearing the Osprey pack today, which carries the weight much better than the ULA would. So we'll see what happens. I'll get some pictures out there. I'm sure the leaves are changing already. And get some videos. Again, I know it's not a hiking video, but I just want to keep that channel active. And I know there's a few ham radio operators that follow, and they understand what I'm doing. So if anything, it'll be for their entertainment purposes. So hang out with me, work the radio, get a couple miles in. As you can see, it's a nice easy track to where I have to go. I have to go maybe another 1/4 mile. I'll be there. Yeah, I don't think the little sleepy town of Ohiopyle, Pennsylvania, was ready for me to roll in there this morning. I had the windows down, the side windows of the soft top Jeep out, getting some fresh air, coming in jamming some Rob Zombie, and I was getting some looks, so I thought maybe I should tone it down a little. But hey, it is what it is, right? So I'll show you around my setup for doing Summits on the Air from the hammock. But this is me, just kicking back, everything set up, mic hanging here, logbook here. Picking up a lot of contacts on one frequency. I'm going to move to another frequency here real soon. And we'll see how that works out. Alright, so let's see how I have set up here. Nothing set up here, just extra pieces laying here. My Osprey pack. I bring one carrying the radio equipment because it carries the weight so well. Hammock. Set up perfectly. Right here I have a SOTA pole. This pole at full height is only that, or collapsed height is that tall. But it extends all the way up to 10 meters or 30 feet. Attached to that is my very thin gauge, I think it's 18 gauge wire. Coax comes down from that wire. It's called a dipole for those who don't know. Comes in here to the back side. I have a war bonnet Blackbird, so I have this shelf here. So in this shelf, I'm carrying the amp, a battery, all my cables and crap, my radio, and these LiPo batteries left on the outside, since they can self-combust and burn you. So I leave those on the outside of the hammock. The ground sheet and just stuff. My log. And more importantly, I always have something with me. I got my 9 and a couple extra mags here in case I would have to pop a cap into something. But also have my, I don't know if that's going to come out because of the sun here. I also have a Zulu time clock with me because all the times are recorded in Zulu time. So right now this is almost 2 o'clock Zulu time, but it's before noon here. So alright, just changed the band frequencies on the antenna. I'm going to try DXing. DXing is overseas, and if the propagation's correct, I should be able to, why is this not focusing? I should be able to make a few contacts to Europe. One time working this particular area on 20 meter, I was able to make a contact with Ireland, Austria, and I think Sweden back to back like that with 5 watts of power. See what happens today. Don't you just love when a plan comes together? A good day out here, couple hours. Made 26 contacts, several into Europe, and more importantly, these little bonus contacts where other people are out about doing summits, so they call it a summit to summit contact. Had 2 of those. So here we are. Everything's cleaned up. Trees are no worse for the wear. No evidence whatsoever that I was here. Leave no trace. Very important. Very important. Leave no trace. Okay, made it back. Jeep is still here in one piece. Yeah, I'm going to be looking forward to doing a bunch more of these. Again, it's going to be hiking combined with the SOTA operations, but next batch of hiking is actually going to be in Shenandoah because Gigi needs to make up those miles in the Shenandoah, and just about every summit you walk up over there is a summit for Summits on the Air. So she'll be getting nice support throughout there, and I'll be picking up some points again. See how that happens. Too bad there wasn't like light off-roading around here where I wouldn't slam my neck around. You know, I could have gone further up here. The 35-inch tires and my 3-inch lift, this is nothing. This is easy rock crawling, but I want my neck to try to stay intact.